Okay, we finally reached that point where it's now the semi-finals of YuGiOh Regionals in Cape Town, Luck Shack thing, YCS qualifying thing.
This is the last step before the finals, so
which
the
is
winner here will be playing for the title.
Will be in the finals, yeah, pretty much. The grand finals after this long, enduring day.
Yeah, and I think that person gets an invite to the nationals.
To the nationals, yeah, that's
sure,
that's
and
pretty.
that then takes you to the world champs.
Which is if you can get there. And
obviously Nat's being much tougher
yeah,
environment.
obviously, yeah, going against the whole country then. But yeah, but this is, I mean, I was talking to a few people now as we were just going, and we referenced Cape Town as the Sparta of YuGiOh.
Sparta.
Because we all have like people constantly shifting who's on top and, you know, rotating who's actually good and who's not. So, you know, we just go from there. Everyone is constantly in this rotation of, now I'm the best player, now I'm the best player, now I'm the best player. And it's kind of interesting to know that. So,
well, it's good to have pressure underneath you, you know.
Obviously.
Getting lazy is
no,
optimal.
definitely. Because what it is, it's in the upper parts of the country, it's mainly the same people that keep topping. So it's never like, it's always definitive to know who's like the guy.
Big wallet.
Yeah, big wallets. No, sorry, there's something in your throat there.
Yeah, so Munir, we've seen both of these decks.
Yep.
Munir's playing Sky Strikers, pure Sky Strikers with all the spicy, I don't know what this Spice Striker.
Spice Striker.
Spice Striker Ace.
Spice Striker it is. And then we got Lorenzo back at it with Infernoids, back from our previous feature match. So both these players have been on our feature match before.
We have seen both of these.
And these decks are quite cancerous as we've come to.
Yeah, the Infernoid deck, very grindy, just sort of disabling everything you do when it gets access to Lair of Darkness. It just keeps your board clear and messes you up with a 3k monster or 2700 or whatever. Very easy access to pretty much anything in any effect in their deck with a monster that copies something in the graveyard.
And in Sky Striker, inconsistent as all hell.
Incredible consistency, a mad amount of recursion
and utility. Doesn't even need an extra deck. They just out everything and then attack you. It doesn't matter if they don't need to make big monsters to kill for game.
Yeah, I mean there's the single link monster that they do keep on the board.
Yeah, they just keep rotating.
Sort of very essential to the strategy.
But if Infernoid can establish control with banishing cards from the graveyard constantly, it can completely turn off Sky Strikers with no spells in grave or the 3 spells in grave claws.
Yeah,
so that might be an interesting thing. It is Lair of Darkness thing, so you can keep tributing his monsters. However, that can shoot him in the foot though with Ray coming back out the graveyard if Ray does get set.
Sky Strikers don't tend to keep a lot of monsters on the board though, and Lair's is exceptionally effective at dealing with one pivotal monster.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if he gets down, it might be a problem.
Yeah, no, definitely. So there's going to be definitely a grueling match. A 4 being rolled from Lorenzo. And we're just waiting for them obviously now to, if they're now deciding, as we can see, we can give them the green light I believe, as they are talking about what they want us to do.
It's just some things for the judges trying to sort out, but they're just determining a starting player at this point.
It seems like I think Lorenzo rolled a 4.
Something not ready. Okay, they are about to start.
They're about to start, so here we go. There we go. The handshake's probably going to go out. Fist bump, as Munir always gives.
Oh, that's what was so awkward about that.
Because he never handshakes for some reason.
And somebody else was like handshake, and he was like, no,
I'm
so it was like
bumping.
a fist shake instead.
That's where you laughed. Okay.
That was quite funny.
The awkward YuGiOh player base, as it is. You as an outsider, like, grr.
So weird.
So these weirdos. Okay, so we're checking now. So Munir is starting us off.
Oh, the good part. That is a very risky card.
Random 6 cards.
So he's got 1 Borrow Sword, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 2 Hayates, 3 Kagaris, 2 Kanas, new card, 3 Shizuku, a Bomber Dragon, and a Trisbana. And 5 of those are going to get banished at random. So he's got a lot of 1-offs. None of them.
6 of those are going to be banished at random.
6
of them. 6 of them at random. So he gets to pick, because that's the randomness of it. Your opponent gets to pick the 6 cards. You just shuffle your extra deck and you pick randomly. However, you can to an extent stack it, but your opponent does pick, so it's not too bad.
Oh, as long as it's random.
Yeah, as long as it's random. However, the players decide to choose how it's random. So he put his face down banished, as we can see. We'll be able to see now.
Probably have a look at those.
We just missed it. It's not too bad. We'll see as the game progresses. So multi-rolls, first thing to hit the board. Same with the field spell. area zeros, I think we called it there.
Pot of extravagance. First time I've seen it today.
+2, hey? No extra searching besides.
You lose the pot.
Oh, but you cannot draw. You cannot draw anymore. So engage cannot draw anymore if he does get an engage.
Does pot stop you from drawing?
You can search, you cannot draw. You cannot use any other draw effect for the turn.
So you draw yourself.
You draw yourself to an extent.
You can add, but no.
You can add.
Draw.
Yeah,
Okay,
no drawing. So he's Yaziate.
There's the Metal Foes Fusion.
Shows 3. If the spell Sky Strikers, I think he gets into the hand. If not, they go back into the deck.
Sure. So he misses on that.
So yeah, no plus from that. I'm kind of in the favor of the Lair Infernoid here. If you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, look, it depends on what's in Lorenzo's hand there.
It doesn't seem he's got hand traps to stop him.
I don't think this is a hand trap heavy deck. Really.
But basically every card being a DD Crow is pretty good if you think about it. So.
Yeah, that's very good.
Hayate.
Is it banish monsters or any card from the graveyard? Okay, yeah, that's going to be good here.
Yeah.
Just poke at the most important spells. Eventually,
he can't do anything. Or even if he goes Kogari to get a card back, targeting that, you just banish that thing straight out the grave. Gets nothing back, which is pretty good.
Got the area 0 over there. I don't know what it does, but
it's just there.
Sets Sky Striker area 0.
I don't think that's just a Sky Striker. We could check all the spells there if you want to. Area 0, I think it's a field
most
spell.
of them do.
A field spell, yeah, that's a field spell. Just say Sky Strikers.
What's happening here?
So he set cards.
Okay, he's gone into. What monster's that?
That's Shizuku, the one that searches the end phase, which is going to do now.
Okay, so he's gone into his end phase.
Gets his engage.
It's an engage? It's an engage.
Engages into him. And now...
Is there any other way?
Is there any other card he's going to take? No, there's not.
I mean, even the
first thing that pops up on the
Sky
wiki
Striker description page in the YuGiOh wiki
is engage.
It's not there's no monster, it's mobilize engage.
Being the best card.
It's the boss monster of the deck.
It's the boss monster of the deck. So I think it's Lorenzo's turn. He seems to open a Void Feast, and I think a Void's Imagination.
Oh, Void Feast is pretty good.
But he
Void
does
Imagination, scary card.
Yeah,
Lilith, coming down at 1,000, she tributes herself for the effect.
Just sets any 3 normal traps.
Well, he searches for 3 and he reveals 1.
Hercules base, that's the card. There we go.
So Munir's got a Hercules base set on the left of his field.
So he's just checking what the Void's Feasts do. He does get the Void's Feast set, however. Oh, but he's looking for 1 more trap, I think, to use with it. So it is random. So Torrential Tribute's coming out. So
TT Void Feast and 2 Void Feasts and a Torrential Tribute. He's probably got 1 in hand, which is why he didn't search for all 3.
Which is kind of gonna give Munir the information on which one it is. And luckily, Munir doesn't see what gets shuffled back. So he gets a Void Feast. He got what he wanted. I guess that's what Lorenzo was actually
I've seen like a 1 of Waking the Dragon in some searches for the Lilith activation, just to scare your opponent from popping the back row. So you're like, oh, there's a Waking the Dragon. Shuffle. What is it?
What is it?
Could be a Waking the Dragon.
No, especially in a deck like Sky Strikers, they love blowing up back row. So I think if you play that Waking the Dragon, if Lorenzo has it in his side deck,
I don't think so.
No, he does not.
Probably too little space. I mean, this deck list looks quite tight. So
it's interesting to see that we haven't seen that a lot today. We just saw like the Waking the Dragon. It's only one.
I've seen some in the side, but it's not a main deck thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, with Shizuku still being on board, he does lose the 100 attacks. So any card that goes, I think he set the Void's Feast.
Is that the Imagination that he's just activated?
I think he's planning to activate the Imagination.
Face up on his board.
Oh yeah,
what is that? Void Imagination. So he's going to send things with up to 6, I think.
Yes.
And then Fusion Summon.
It's a Fusion Summon, yeah. Oh, he's going to discard this.
The big goal.
As Munir is just reading and figuring out. He obviously has no clue that he's going to go into this. So this is kind of a blind match. Yeah, we all have no clue. Lorenzo's the only one that knows.
He's the only one that knows what he's doing. Maybe that's why he's doing so well.
That's why he's doing so well.
Like,
that's completely. That's the only Infernoid deck. He's
got an Irma in hand.
Yeah.
Which means he gets to search out the Lair of Darkness a bit later if he wants to.
Tribute opponent's monsters.
Yeah, if he has a reasonable tribute effect, it's going to be real ugly for Munir.
Yeah. The thing is, if Lorenzo can get the upper hand early in the game, right about now, then he would not be Munir would not be able to use the engage next turn or the afterburner which he has in his hand there. I think Munir's got no hand traps in his hand, so he's kind of just watching this now play out. There's no Widow Anchors, nothing is live.
Sending 5. I'm not really sure what the total levels of those are.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think he's going to bring out the Tierra. So Tierra is going to hit the board now. Obviously, Tierra being one of the better monsters of the deck. It's the Fusion. Normally made by Future Fusion. Obviously, sending your entire deck to the graveyard with Future Fusion. But I don't see him playing Future Fusion, which is interesting. It's weird to see because it does give your opponent something to respond to, and if it doesn't resolve,
oh yeah,
like if it resolves, the board is gonna like have a hard time.
It's good bait.
Yeah, it's a good bait. It does fall prey to Ogre, but Munir's just checking there. What he banished looks like he banished.
Looks like some nightmares.
Like
I don't see any
sword,
duplicates of his.
I see two
Kagaris.
Kagaris.
Okay,
two
so
Kagaris.
No Kagari, but I think he's playing
He's
three
three.
of
I
them.
think he has to play three. Yeah.
So he's got at least one copy of each of the Sky Strikers. The Nightmare Phoenix is gone.
Oh, and he's sending more cards. He's sending more cards off of Tierra. So Tierra sends more extra deck cards to the graveyard. He gets to pick, however. Oh no, actually, that's not the banished stuff. Sorry, that's
what's
fault.
left.
That's what's left.
Okay, so he's got two Kagaris.
He's got
left.
two Kagaris
So
left.
Banished one. He's got a Unicorn as well. I didn't really see what else there was.
Yeah, but he banished. He dropped the Unicorn to the grave. He's like, I'm not going to use this. It's completely up to my opponent to decide what's going down. That's the fusion one here. Yeah, it's the fusion spell. Just send half the deck to the grave. Just
half.
That's pretty much what
basically grass.
It's basically grass. So Tierra does. Tierra, then when she attacks, I believe she molds 3, or both players mold 3 cards on the top of their deck.
Yeah. Okay, so there was 5. So it's each player sends the top 3 cards.
Yeah.
Extra deck. So they dump extra deck and they dump deck.
Yeah.
So she's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then if you use 10 or more, I don't know how you'd ever get to 10 or more.
It's just stuff on the
field
on
as
the
well.
field, you know.
Something did happen. I think is that game. Because I don't know what.
I don't think he's interested in playing without his extra deck.
I'm so completely lost.
No, they're still busy playing. I think Tian is just busy resolving the Mol 3 from Tierra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just trying to figure out what's going down.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Oh, it looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Arima into the graveyard.
Yeah.
This is my favorite card in the whole world.
In the whole game. Making everything darks. I contribute your card. Doesn't matter what you say.
They don't care.
They don't care. Is that the poem, the poetic justice that we're having here?
Lungisa said it, so it must be true.
Boom!
It's gone!
Contributing the Shizuku. I think he banished his entire graveyard.
Oh, goodness.
I think
Yeah, Munir's not in a good spot here. I think they're just calling a judge to find out if...
He's trying to see if Kagari gets triggered. If Ray gets triggered, yeah.
Sure, it did leave the battlefield, so he's I think he's trying to figure out if he can activate Ray's effect.
Just trying to figure out.
Okay, they're just trying to figure out if the reason Ray went to the graveyard is because of your opponent's effect.
Yeah.
Are you still going to get it off? Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure Ray activates.
But even so, Systemus is just going to banish the Ray as a thing, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah. It's a quick effect. He's tributing it now, so he gets to target Ray. But I guess Ray can come back. But
I think he gets to chain Ray's
if he gets a chain
effect, so it will resolve before Systemus banishes.
So let's see, you contribute this card, special summon. Okay, then when this card's face up and a Sky Striker Ace Link monster you control the store battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect.
You can special summon this
card.
card.
To be fair, it is cost. It is a condition to meet.
It really depends on who blinks first.
But he's banishing it, so the judges must have called that. Sure. It's not valid. However, he does have a Prankatops in his hand.
I think the specific sequencing there is what screwed with Munir. Had Lorenzo activated that effect in the same chain and said, I'm going to chain banish that, and he went, well, the window's still open for me to activate Ray's effect because one of my link monsters left.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But he let that whole chain resolve, and then he went to the banish. So
we'll see where this goes. So he drops a Noku, but he's probably not going to use its effect. He's probably going to try and go for the OTK here.
Oh, no, actually, you know what happened? I think he tributed the Link monster and targeted the Ray in the graveyard for banish.
And he wanted it to bring it back, obviously.
Because that whole effect needs to resolve before you can activate it.
Yeah, okay,
it was too late.
Yeah. So yeah, because it is a condition and there's cost and stuff. Let's just see, I think Void's Imagination is giving a buff. Oh geez, there's a big dispute happening here.
Void Imagination causing problems.
I don't think you have the Void. Yeah, you don't have the Void.
Let's see what we can...
Void Imagination causing
So Void Imagination says, Infernoid monsters you control whose original levels are 2 or high become level 1. All battle damage they inflict your opponent is halved. You can send this card to the graveyard, fusion summon an Infernoid monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or side of the field as fusion material.
Yeah, you can send it straight, yeah.
If your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck and you do not, you can also use up to 6 monsters in your deck as fusion materials. So it hadn't been sent to the graveyard yet. Maybe that's the dispute.
No, it was sent to graveyard.
Okay.
But it's not. Its continuous effect on field is not relevant now.
But he'd already
He made Tierra.
summoned.
Yeah, he made Tierra. He sent it to the graveyard.
So it should be in the graveyard. How is it still on the battlefield?
Oh, it might be. What's the other one?
Okay, that's not imagination.
Yeah.
I think that might be
The expansion.
Expansion.
Expansion. No, expansion's the field spell.
Oh goodness, I have no idea which this is.
Yeah, okay.
Launch.
No, I don't think it'll be launch.
Banishment.
By me, banishment.
Probably void banishment. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what it is.
we got it. Okay, so
got a
what
picture
is
of Devotee on it.
So discard one card, which he discarded the.
Okay, yeah, I think the effect seems to have resolved fine.
Fine, yeah.
And the dispute is over. Which Infernoid is that? Is that Deviati?
That's Systemass, and that's
Okay.
Inoku on the far side there. Obviously, he's got 2 quick effects. He can attribute his opponent's monster, negate anything. And he's got a token, which he can also tribute off, which doesn't matter. And he's got a DD Crow, which is pretty good for Lorenzo at this point in time. It's a negate, and he's just making sure. That's a DD Crow, yeah. As he says, there anything. Interesting that
Everything
Lorenzo
is DD
didn't
Crow.
set the Void's Feast. Might have a small misplay on his part though.
Sure.
Because I was just thinking.
He does have a second one. In
Yeah,
his hand.
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe I don't know what is when you have that deals with back row out of. He is playing some Pancratops, and it is in his hand actually. We do see a Dino Pancratops in Marie's hand, but I
he
mean
does
he's probably
activate-
more interested in popping the Lair of Darkness because that's the scary thing on the table.
Being able to tribute your opponent's monsters. Obviously, Ray. So Ray can basically. Engage is not activated. So obviously, searching him anything you want. He's gonna get a Ray to his hand. He's trying to set up his link plays again. Hornet Drones probably is somewhere in the deck, but he doesn't want to search for it today. I don't think Engage gets a draw. Never mind, it does. Ignore what I just said. So he
It's
gets a
got
draw.
plenty in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Not enough DD Crows.
Yeah,
in
there's
the
not enough
world.
DD Crows. But it does get banished by some sort of manner.
I think it might be an activation.
I think he banished it through. No, he couldn't. I don't know what he did for it.
Was there a multi-roll on the field?
Maybe,
No, that was returned with not a Kagari. I'm not certain why it's banished.
We don't know why it's banished.
It's just not in his graveyard.
Yeah. Just no one's disputing it. So Impermanence is getting dropped.
Negating?
I think the system must.
Oh no, you control the card, so you can't activate it from hand. Oh dear. Oh dear. When you're really struggling here.
Yeah,
he's making a bunch of fumbles. It's clear he's quite flustered.
Yeah, he's not encountered this deck before. So Prankatops does hit the board.
Quite a big guy.
I don't think.
But can it get over Systemass?
He's gonna. I think Systemass can tribute him.
He's already used the tribute.
No, he hasn't used Systemass yet.
Oh, okay, sure. Has he tributed one of Munir's monsters?
He just summoned the Prankatops, which is going to tribute straight off now.
Sure.
Which means Ray is going to hit the board, which is unfortunate. But Engage is not there, so it should be fine. However, Lorenzo does have an entire graveyard set up. So the nice thing is the fact that Lorenzo has the graveyard set up means that even if he does deal with if Munir deals with the Systemass and Inoku, they're just coming back next turn, whether he likes or not. And Inoku can come back first, blow up the board, and then, swap them around. So Ray gets normaled. He's Air Zero. Tribute Ray.
Sure, get an extra deck monster.
To get an extra
what
deck
does he have
monster.
left?
Kagari.
It's the Kagari.
Yeah, it gets the Kagari. That's the last Kagari.
I don't think he has another one left.
Yeah, and I think it might, if he plays 2 Hayate. Not Hayate, the other one. The
Shizuku?
The green one. The green one.
The win monster is Shizuku, I believe.
Is it Shizuku?
Kinda is from the new set.
Oh, is that the new one?
It's the one that does nothing.
Oh, okay. It's the one that does nothing, except gain life points.
Yeah, I think so.
It's pretty good in time. That's pretty decent. I mean, just gaining, if you activate 15,000 spells, you get 15,000.
15,000 spells.
15,000 spells.
If any
That's
deck
pretty much what it feels
if
like.
any deck could,
That's probably
this is
Sky
the deck,
Strikers.
Sky Strikers.
I mean, it's interesting where Thunder Dragons is the monster deck, Altergeist is the trap deck, and then we got Sky Strikers here who's the spells deck.
Interestingly, like 0 copies of Thunder Dragon anywhere today.
Not a single.
I didn't see anything.
Not a single Thunder
Possibly
Dragon.
1 or 2. I mean, that I didn't spot, but
no one said. I even asked.
Look like
and they said nobody. No Thunder Dragons yet. They said no one's got money for that stuff. So unfortunately, Thunder Dragon's not being represented here well enough, but we'll have to see at Nats where that goes,
Yeah.
because I know when up there in the northern part of the country, it is a lot more popular there. They like their big beefy monsters. That's why Infernoid is also very popular in Durban.
Okay.
That I know. It's incredibly popular.
Because chunky beaters.
Because chunky beaters and skill drain. So Prank it.
Chunky
So
and skill
he
drain.
widow anchored his own Anoku. Ain't that fun?
Oh wow! Why would you do that? What is Inoku's effect?
Anoku is obviously, you know, the tribute negate.
Okay, sure.
But I mean, its effects are negated. It's just got widow anchored. Just got stolen for the turn. Not a big deal. I'll just come back to his side.
1,900.
Yeah,
is that the first damage?
That's first damage.
Odd.
I think it's first damage. Might not be.
We'll probably check later.
Yeah. Might be different. And he can't tag out. He's got no Shizukus. Kagari's staying on the field whether he likes it or not. He's not getting his end phase search.
Oh dear, he's got no Shizukas.
This is a very big issue. So multi-roll is going to get dropped in the field. And this is what Sky Strikers have. If you can eventually exhaust their resources, they are not coming back. And obviously Infernoid likes banishing their stuff constantly.
So yeah, he might actually just run out of things.
So he's destroying the Onoku. It doesn't matter. The Onoku's coming back next turn whether he likes it or not. It's
but he's only going to be able to do that so many times.
Yeah, obviously.
And if Munir can keep this up, just staving off death, poking through a little bit of damage. Don't die yet. Deal you another 1,000 points or whatever. 1,900. Eventually, Lorenzo's going to run out of ways to recur monsters from his graveyard.
They're just trying to see who gets how much tokens and stuff now.
Oh yeah, how many things were attributed?
I think two attributed. Yeah, Prankatops and the one...
I think it might be 3. Okay, it looks like 2.
2 tokens. I think it's 2 tokens.
1,000, 1,000, level 3 Fiend, Dark.
I think that's the one terraforming Lorenzo runs.
Oh, he just peeled that now.
He just peeled
it's pretty useless at this point.
Yeah, I guess he could get it.
He could do it just to thin.
Yeah. But it gets inside to his hand then, which might be an issue.
Yeah. Maybe set the terraforming.
Maybe set it. Bait him out. I think that's a Void's Feast. He's got one in hand, so he could still bait around with that. Obviously, Kagari gaining a whole bunch of
5 spells in graveyard. So she's 2,000 at the moment.
Yes. 2,000.
And then...
the tokens mean nothing.
Well, they're 1,000 attack.
Yeah, or defense, I guess. They can tribute them, though. But it'll probably
I think Lorenzo just specialed them in defense position. But if it does roll around to Munir's turn again and... those monsters are around, they're link fodder, or you could use Kagari to beat over what's there and then get in for another 2,000.
However, we know Ray is also in the grave again. So if this Kagari gets tributed and you're going to target the Ray with a DD Crow effect, we know the Ray is at least going to get banished, so not too big of a deal. So Lorenzo's not stressing about it, but he probably wants to start focusing his resources on the spells, probably, at some point. So 3 cards to bring out Deviari, I think it is. So that's going to blow up the back row.
Yeah, that's pretty good here.
Which means the permanence is getting dropped to negate it.
Sure.
However,
Lorenzo did know about that.
He can still change his effects, but it is a monster negate. That's all a Deviari can do as his tribute to negate something. So I think Deviari is just going to be a beat stick in this case. Ray is then going to come out if he attacks Ray.
Okay, 900
900 off Munir, and his effect of Ray comes straight back to play, and that rhymed, and I didn't even want to. Ray came straight back to play.
Fair.
The lame puns we make around here, or rhyming. So he sets the 1. Yeah, nothing was tributed. So Deviari is not. That's a monster effect negate now that Deviari is live there with. It's gonna banish whatever monster effect now hits the board.
Sure. Has it not been impermanence?
It got impermanence, but its effect's now back. It's only until the end of the turn.
Next turn, sure.
Yeah, it's now the next turn. So distributed. Yeah, go into another Kagari.
That's the last one.
That's the last Kagari.
The last one.
Oh, they're trying to figure out. At least we can hear these guys now, which is nice.
Okay. The cost is to tribute Ray. So once it's happened, it's probably too late.
Yeah. That is a quick effect.
Yeah, there's a because it's
Yeah.
the way it negates. You can't. It has to be a quick effect.
Yeah, it has to be a quick effect.
They're just arguing about when you are allowed to activate the Infernoid effect because it's a negation. It couldn't possibly be an ignition effect
Yeah,
because
cannot.
the only
Yeah.
time it is valid activation window for it is in a chain.
Yeah.
Still more of these. Okay.
Yeah, because then he gets a token.
Okay.
He
Fair
wants
enough.
a token. He's going for the token. He's trying to
Okay,
also
fair
pull the
enough.
board. That's fine.
He
Effect
just
still goes
wanted-
off.
yeah,
He
once
just
the
wants a
token off the
token.
Lair
The token,
triggers,
it's a
then
little
that's
bit of
what we were looking
advantage. It's
for.
fine. Tribute his token, gets my token, so it's fine. He draws for turn. We know a Widow Anchor's on the board. So you can probably take it now.
Yeah. Is there a widow? No, there's no widow anchor.
No, he got it back with
Oh,
Kagari,
sure.
that's why. Widow Anchor just being such a power player card.
Recurring effect negation.
And then obviously the area 0 is just going to pop the token. Unfortunately giving Munir a little bit of advantage. Revealing 3.
That's
as we
one
know.
Sky Strike. That's two Sky
Sky
Striker
Strikers.
spells.
He gets to
Okay,
add.
sure.
He's probably going to add the Hornet Drones to his hand. However, the Hornet Drones
Jamming
is dead.
works?
The Hornet
Does
Drones
jamming
dead
works?
because they got a token that turn.
Yeah, he can't use.
Yeah, he can't
as
use-
long as this thing as long as the Lair of Darkness keeps
Giving
providing
tokens.
a token, it's really
there's
hard to
There's no main monster zone
activate
things
those.
to be used.
Hornet drones.
So,
not really sure.
And I'm just trying to figure out what's going through Munir's mind here. It looks like he's got a Twin Twister in hand. However, Lorenzo does have a Void's Feast still set, so if that does resolve, he's going to be dropping 2 Decatrons probably on board.
Yeah,
a Shiet to probably shuffle stuff away again, which is a pretty, or like put it on top of the deck, which is pretty good. He's going to chain it. Oh, he's just let it destroyed. Okay, that's really interesting. I think Lorenzo might be on the back foot here. I think the Void Imagination power play took a bit too much out of the deck's resources.
He did it too early.
Yeah, he did it a little bit too early.
Now that fusion is no longer. Is that the only one that he's running?
Yeah, it's the only Infernoid. Yeah, he plays 2 of them.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, he plays Elder Entity.
There's not much left in the
Polar
deck,
Dagger,
though.
Nightmare. Yeah, it becomes an issue after a while. He plays Doolittle Chimera just because.
Oh, good.
Them little fire monsters. Unfortunately, it looks like Kagari Turbo.
Kagari's huge.
Kagari
I think it's
Turbo.
+5 at the moment, maybe 6.
Jeez, Kagari Turbo is just taking the game away from Lorenzo's reach. As the token gets destroyed, no more token.
Bash into.
Just trying to keep that field
Yeah.
center centered. So I see a Widow Anchor set, and I think it might be a second Widow Anchor as well. He drew into a Diabolus?
Yeah, Lord of
Diabolus,
the
yeah.
Lair. He
So if
doesn't
he-
have anything
if-
to tribute,
if
though.
he can get a tribute off,
Yeah, only on his side. It
Only on
doesn't.
his
You
side,
can't.
yeah.
If you tribute an opponent's monster, Diabolus is not going to.
though. No, I
But he
understand
can
completely.
Yeah.
But if he can eventually get it going, then maybe it might be very tough for Sky Strikers to deal with completely. Which is obviously a very plus for
Kagari
Infernoid.
on +600, going to 2,100
Oh, he's just got a phone call.
damage. Get out! Leave me alone. I'm busy being insulted by the commentators.
I'm playing against cancer. I'm playing against cancer. Save me. It's pretty much what Lorenzo's probably thinking.
Doot.
2-1.
2,100. Okay, some more damage happening here.
Yeah, more
Lorenzo
damage.
going to 4,000 life points.
4,000. Jeez, 40,000.
40,000 is a
life.
little bit high.
No, it happens all the time. You know, so that soul absorption.
400,000.
400,000. Twisters
over
gets
9,000.
drops the Pankertops,
Ha!
sends the
Oh
left.
yeah, there's the set terraforming.
I was wondering when he'd use that bait, so that's now on 700 extra attack, 2200.
Oh goodness.
At least multi-roll's not live as what it could be. However, if he gets a whole bunch more attacks in his Hornet Drones, which you can summon, and obviously that's 1500, so you could probably game him here now.
Yeah,
I
look,
think- yeah,
Lorenzo's in a very tight clock. He's
Yeah.
got 2 turns to make a plan.
Yeah.
He's got to do it right now.
So he attacks him for 2200,
Ouch.
takes him down to 1800 left.
1,800. This is real rough for Lorenzo at this point. Pretty sure we're gonna go to Game 2 very soon.
Yes.
Uh,
Probably have our life points wrong, but that doesn't matter too much.
I don't
Top
think there's
decks
too
and
much.
Ash.
Yeah, Brick
Sets the
Central, hey?
Ash, yeah. But Lorenzo's not giving up. He's hanging in there. That's a very good thing to have. That's a good quality to have, I think. He could have technically normal summoned the Ash. Oh no, he couldn't.
It's not a tribute or a
Yeah.
send, like, just gonna punch in.
He's gonna attack the Ash. This Ash is gonna drop. So now
Got
both these guys are just
he just
passing
drew
to-
something that looked relevant.
Void.
That's the imagination, I think.
Void imagination. Yeah. Okay, so he gets to, I think, set or add a void spell or trap from his deck.
Ooh. Could this be a turning point for him?
Could this be a turning point? He got the Diabolus engraved now, so Void's Feast is coming out. Void's Feast coming out. I think Lorenzo's resources are running a bit low.
Yeah, I don't think there's many monsters left in his deck at all.
Yeah.
So
that's back in his hand. It's probably just going to be set. I think he's got a Lair of Darkness, so it's not too bad.
Lair in hand.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Activates.
Very, very lucky. Okay.
Flips the Void
Is that a
Feast straight.
tribute?
Sends that off the grave.
Uh-huh.
Moles 3. Okay, so that's the cost that you have to have. Okay, we keep forgetting about that.
Does he have 3 to send?
He probably does.
That's...
Sistemas comes out, and I think it only has to equal 8. So
Okay,
as long as he gets something out. There we go. Okay, so Decatron and Sistemas. Decatron? He's going to send one to copy that effect. He's probably going to send a Noku if he has another Noku.
If there's one in the deck.
Yeah. I mean, you can use the DD Crow effect though. And then Diabolus can come out.
He'd have to tribute one of his own monsters though, but I'd happily do that.
I'd happily do that to get a...
That Void Feast, possibly turning the game here.
Possibly
it's
turning the
very,
game.
very difficult to deal with Diabolos.
No, definitely. If he can resolve Diabolus, if he doesn't forget about it. So, okay, so Decatron
highly doubt he's going to be forgetting about that.
Things there. Okay, so Decatron is Deviari at this point, so it can tribute monsters, negate monster effects.
Sure.
Banishes or blows up all back row, but it doesn't matter, it only sends us a mole, so...
And the attack position monster?
That's Sistemas, DD Crow.
Okay, sure. Tribute 4 DD Crow.
Tribute to DD Crow. Pretty good card. Nice body.
I would get rid of that Kagari Rune Street.
And we'll see what Lorenzo's actually thinking. He's going to try and take it. He can still tribute. Targeting it. I believe the Widow Anchor is targeting. He's giving it over to him.
Yeah, sure.
But he's thinking that maybe that Munir wants to take a card from his grave, so that maybe he then...
okay,
game.
that's
there
poor.
we go. That's game.
Okay, we're done.
That's game. Okay, so that's game 1. Infernoids take the game 1 loss, unfortunately. So yeah. After a grueling game. It
was close.
It was a close game.
Like, but the fast Kagari really put the game away.
Yeah, it's true. If like Lorenzo probably was.
You think the pot of extravagance made the difference there? The extra card?
Yeah, no. If I'm pretty sure. Lorenzo was banking on the fact that pot would just banish all his
something relevant.
Yeah, banish something good. He got the Suzukus, but yeah, no, he got the Suzukus.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't enough.
I can't even remember what Fantastical Dragon Phantasme does.
Yeah, it's that link that searches the 4 cards, which is pretty good.
So, coming in from Lorenzo, I think, there's nothing much. It's evenly matched is pretty good. He doesn't seem to have a massive amount of resources on board at any specific time.
I think Lorenzo might be starting in those twin twisters that he has. Yeah. Munir is probably going to put in those evenly matches just to... But then again, Infernoids don't board boards, really.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It wouldn't be relevant.
I thought I was looking at Lorenzo's deck list.
So I'm thinking now.
So there's not too much, really.
Maybe Witch's Strike, but not even so. Maybe Moon Mirror Shield, just to get over big beaters.
Yeah, Witch's Strike would do a number on that. The monster effect negation.
Yeah, the Noku, the Deviari.
That's horrible.
No, it's a really... Noku being a very threatening card ever since it's released back in Secrets of Eternity, I might be mistaken on that. But just being able to literally tell your opponent, look, I'm blowing up your board, whether you like it or not.
That's pretty good.
Formidable cards, obviously. Infernoids have been seen in multiple decks, grass deck variants, Lightsworn variants. Just get them engraved, power them out, and from there we go. That's why something like Future Fusion can be played in them. And it's just interesting to see that Lorenzo doesn't play it, so...
Okay, well, looks like we're just about heading into the next game. There's Twin Twisters in from Lorenzo,
He is, however, one of the last 2 rogue decks rogue decks in the top 4. Not gonna lie, the other one being Mech Knight Invoked. Because the
Is it still around? Is Mech Knight Invoked still in?
Yeah, Mech Knight Invoked is still in.
Okay.
So Mech Knight Invoked in our top cuts is in Altergeist, with the one last Altergeist player remaining.
The lone rogue deck.
The lone. So all decks are these are one of the rogue decks that we're playing with, the Infernoids. And yeah, Sky Striker, Cancer. Sorry, I just had a quick cough there.
Yeah, I noticed. Maybe take a sip of your drink.
Just take a sip of my drink.
Opening Pancratops.
So I see Munir also cited in there can only be one. So he wants to keep only Infernoid limited to one card on the field, which is rather interesting. So, but I mean, it might be.
Some of Munir's cards seem to be upside down, so he's just correcting that. I'm not sure if he actually drew his opening hand or not.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, he did draw his opening hand. I think it's here at the bottom of his. They're just below his palm.
Okay, he's just doing it while he resolves that terraforming.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
So he gets the area 0, as we know, can pop a card. Get a Kagari straight from the deck, I believe. So he's got an Ash in hand as well. So Ray's going to come to the board. Area 0 is just going to pop that straight, get that out of here, and get a Kagari straight. Maybe not even a Kagari, Hayate. Maybe that one.
Yeah, I think the one that
sends the one card. Oh no, he's going to take the top 3. Check it. Any
Do we
Sky
have
Strikers?
Sky Strikers?
Nothing.
Did we hit any? No.
No Sky Strikers. Back into the deck they go. Obviously it doesn't. It's a bit of a hit, but he's gonna go straight then into the wind one, I believe. Just to mull a Sky Striker. So he can then eventually. Oh wait, I think that's. Yeah, he's gonna mull one, and then he's gonna go into Gagari, which then gets the engage back. Such a good little engine that they got going.
Yeah, Kagari is amazing.
Just
I think engage is the big problem.
Yeah.
But,
no, he went to Suzuku, end phase search, engage. So Munir's on a back pedal here. Didn't get a big board setup. However, if the game continues,
he's set up for next turn.
Yeah, he's set up for next turn. I mean, a jamming
he's not
wave,
expecting to die to an
FTK.
Yeah, OTK. Sorry, that word is just like in my mouth the whole time.
Yeah, no stress. Prankatop's hitting that board first. Munir probably knowing that there can only be one can be flipped. Decatron, obviously when normal summons you can send any Infernoid. Pretty good.
Oh right, yeah. Becomes a copy of that.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, no, definitely. Being able to send whatever you want for whatever you need to flit. You can technically now get that Ray out of the grave. So Munir's just trying to question what he's sending. It looks like he's sending a Systemus there. Not a Systemus, a Pakyat, I think that's what it is. Or Shiet. I think it might be a Shiet, not entirely sure. And
oopsie.
Now I'm completely blind. So he's gonna try and take there can only be one. And I think
Yeah, so Lorenzo just checking out.
It's not affecting him because, well, okay, he keeps his monsters.
Yeah, does nothing at this moment.
Nothing at this point. He can technically still tribute it.
And that's a type related.
It's a type related rivalry of Warlords or Gozen match. It's a type 1. I used Decatron to out the there can only be one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Fair.
So he's using Ray, trying to get Ray back on the board. I think he took 700, 800 damage. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll double check. We don't know the life points at this point. I'll just ask for a life point check.
I seem to have lost the life point updating application, so we're just gonna have to go
by gut feeling. We'll share it with you guys as we go along. So just ask for a life point check there in this intense duel between. So the Void's Feast is getting dropped again. Ash Blossom, straight out the deck.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Void's Feast gets Ash Blossom, so
that's painful.
That's painful. That's
nearly
painful.
swung the game for him last time
nearly swung
round,
it. So he's jamming wave, trying to hit the one set card. He can't do it. He doesn't have 3 cards in the back, so he can't do it yet. He does make Hayate by linking away. Hayate obviously says anytime you activate a spell, you just gain 100 LP. These players seem to be a bit tense. They both.
Yeah, well, it is close to the finals, so
yeah,
I think these guys are
both a bit on.
They really want to win.
So Twin Twister's coming out, making sure. Oh no, you just Twin Twister was set. You just popped it, so not a big deal. No cost happening. Lorenzo does have an Ash in hand, but it looks like he has a call by the grave. He has a call by the grave, so engage is gonna resolve.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, but wait, he's called it by the grave.
And what are we targeting?
I think he's gonna take the Decatron. He's trying to make sure so he can't tribute. But he's gonna Ash that now probably. Oh,
sure, okay. Both players, good back and forth here. Like,
unfortunately, Kagari is gonna hit and engage is gonna come out anyway, whether we like it or not, because it is just dumb. So he's gonna banish the engage.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
That's fine. Okay, so Kagari's on his own with
Kagari's how big?
lone Prankatops.
It's probably around 2,000 at this point.
Probably.
It's five spells in the grid.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like what's it called by the grave against the original period.
Oh, it's not the original name. That was very smart. That was very, very smart. Oh, they're just asking since the original name.
Yeah, just checking because of the effect to copy a monster in your deck.
Yeah.
What does Called by the Grave actually negate?
So won't be
the judge is just telling them here now. Obviously, Called by the Grave.
I'm not entirely sure what
name.
the text on it is, but I'm sure if they just read the cards, we'll get like a quick resolution of this.
Yeah. Obviously, high stakes here.
Distributing itself.
I think
because it goes to a grave, it doesn't have a name in him. Yeah, but then doesn't the thing's name get affected?
Oh.
His name doesn't become.
Yeah. So the thing he banished with the Lair of Darkness.
Still Decatron on field.
Yeah.
But obviously
once it got called by the grave, it wasn't no longer.
It was no longer named. I like how the field center has completely shifted off.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah. So it goes from Kagari into Shizuku, end phase search. So he's passing it over.
So the Called by the Grave did nothing.
Called by the Grave did nothing, and he gets Widow Anchor to his hand.
Plays the Widow Anchor, targets Prankatops.
But in the end phase, he can just tag it out if he wants to, just to make sure that they go into a top decking war.
Quick effect. I'm pretty sure this is how he's got to tribute it.
He's just giving it.
Oh no, here, have it.
And he can't pop.
Tribute. There's no target.
Monster.
You need a target.
Yeah.
You need a target. You need a target. Oh, he can't tribute it. That's why Lorenzo let him have it.
Yeah. That's why Lorenzo. Munir seems to be throwing cards.
He's very upset.
He's very upset. Munir having a bit of a
attack. I think this is Munir's not happy here.
Munir's not happy with
Tag
what
out
just
the Ray.
happened. I feel like he feels like the judges are stacked against him now for some reason.
Sure.
So
I think he's just upset about that Called by the Grave interaction.
Yeah. Obviously, Ray coming out as per usual. He's called by the graving the Ray, just so Ray completely goes away.
Okay, so while the Ray's still in the
but it is damage step, so he can't do anything. So it's fine. We're setting it. Damage step.
Right, because the monster is destroyed as a result of battle. We're still in the damage step, so Called by the Grave not able to activate.
Yeah, cannot activate.
Okay.
It's Kagari coming out. Obviously, he can take a Widow Anchor.
I mean, Kagari should probably be in the extra monster zone.
Probably. Nah, these people don't need it.
There we go.
Field Zone just
Field Center's now somewhere else.
Yeah, these players are a bit heated here. It's only game 2. It's not even game 3 yet.
Yeah. Okay, I think Munir's on 7,000, Lorenzo's 8. So very little damage happened.
Yeah, very little damage has happened.
Lorenzo's on 8,000. Munir might have taken some damage from the...
Oh, so you got the update there. Okay, that's not too bad then. Nice. So he's got to tribute it off, and now he's going to wait for Ray to trigger. And Ray comes back. It says time just got called there.
I think that's time.
So this is going to be 5 turns, so this will be a very slow game, and unfortunately this can't be a draw. So we're gonna have to play
so we might
game
have to go to 5 turns of game 3, or 4 turns of game 3.
Game 3, yeah. Whatever goes down there. Same as 3. Get one multi-roll, the one lucky multi-roll. And...
oh goodness.
Both these players, unless Munir wins it here, then he just wins completely. Because he's got game 1. If he can...
Sure. He needs to deal some damage, I mean...
Yeah. Definitely. Technically... I mean, I think he already went out of his battle phase, so I might be mistaken on that though.
Yeah, no, it's just out of his battle phase already.
Unfortunately, just the advantage that Sky Strikers are keeping are just absurd.
Yeah, so Munir's probably going to lose this game, and we're going to go to a game 3.
Let's see what happens. If he decides to area 0, he's going to pop up with multi-roll to attempt to get stuff back.
Okay.
I guess that's fair. Just popping the area 0, milling the mull 3, get whatever Sky Strike you want to your hand. So he tributes it out into another Kagari again.
Is there an engage in the graveyard?
No, there's no engage. He banished the one
out of
engage.
them,
So there's no engage that's being searched. He's
Widow
constantly
Anchor?
getting like Widow Anchors and stuff, and
just
just
to try and
turning
not
monsters.
die.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of damage Lorenzo managed to sneak through. I think might just mean that it's game to him. And we're currently in main phase 2.
But I think he wants to attack now, so we'll see.
Oh, we're moving into, but it's already
I'm not
gone to time, so.
I think, Perez, you're gonna have to go talk to.
Yeah, I'm not
the judge
100% certain what happened there. I think maybe they got a time extension because of the.
Because of the ruling disputes.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. They probably had an extra few minutes. Yeah, that's most likely what happened.
Yeah, no, definitely. If they get a few extra minutes, it might be a bit in Munir's favor, obviously.
Why didn't you call by the judge
I think Lorenzo
someone
just
from
concedes.
outside of the game giving advice.
No,
Yeah,
and next time when they
I don't know if the game is
People,
over or not.
I think Lorenzo offered the handshake, so we'll see what's happening.
Yeah, I think Lorenzo might have scooped there.
activate the
The game might be
Okay,
over.
now-
Everybody's
now-
just commenting the game is
Yeah,
obviously
it's
over.
Okay, so I think we should catch you guys in the
Yeah, I'm
final.
not really certain who won there. This is unclear, but
We do have a recording of
it
all
looks
of this.
like the game is still going on.
Yeah, like I think. Oh, it looks like they're packing away.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Yeah, they're
Lorenzo's
packing away.
packing up.
So I guess Munir.
Game must have gone to Munir.
Yeah.
Perhaps a good sportsmanship from Lorenzo. Deciding, I'm not interested in
I'm not gonna,
waiting on a technicality.
I'm not gonna go into the super hardcore
Yeah.
think tank field. Okay, so we'll catch you guys in the
Yeah, I think
finals.
Munir took that. There might have been some damage we didn't know about, but the last life total update had 7,000 to 8,000. Yeah, and it looks like Munir has taken this game. We'll explain in the next round exactly what happened.
Munir goes down to the finals.
Yeah, but so that's Munir and someone we don't know at the finals, the regionals in 2019.